Well, that was obviously a big win for us. I was really proud of our guys. I thought in the first half we got off to a great start at a 17-8 lead. I subbed three guys at once. Probably my fault for subbing so many guys at the same time because the league dissipated just like that. They went on a 10-0 run. I thought Fred Thomas gave us good minutes in that first half. In particular, we really fed the post, did great jobs defensively, made a big shot. But, you know, Malik Newman was fantastic. Now, he absolutely took the game over in that second half and really, really got aggressive. Someone asked me, actually Rich Williams, I said, do you think that little incident with one of their players where he had the double technicals lit a fire in him even more so? I thought he was great all the time. I thought that may have been an impetus to even be more aggressive, but he did a great job as a lead guard. IJ didn't start the second half because of foul trouble. I thought that Malik really let the game come to him and was fantastic tonight. Absolutely spectacular. So I'm really happy for our seniors. You know, I thought that Chicken and Gavin and Fred in particular were really good today. They've been here for 4 years, and I know this is the last time they're going to play against Ole Miss at home, so it's going to be a good feeling to beat your arch rival in your last opportunity, in your last time playing them at home. So I'm happy for those three guys in particular. Questions?
Is that the type of game that Malik needed?
Well, you know what, I think Malik's been very, very solid all year. I mean, he's playing better and better too. And I thought today, though, when we get up and down, when we're able to, and part of that was, you know, his teammates found him, but he was being aggressive. I mean, he had open shots. He let it come to him. We moved the ball well in the second half. But yeah, I think that was really a boost in his arm. I think it's going to be fun to see him here. And we have a lot of season left. So, I mean, I'm excited for him and, you know, excited for, you know, our next opportunity to play.
Kind of a general question here, but you talked about being a boost for Malik. How big a boost is it for the whole team to finally get a win and get that monkey off?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, because we've been, as you know, so close. In, you know, 4 of our 5 losses, we literally had a chance to win all 4 of those games. And even in Arkansas, we were down. We were down 3 with 6 minutes to go. So it was good, and we made our foul shots down the stretch, and we did some really good things. We did a good job. I thought handling the pressure in the first half, we had way too many turnovers, 11 turnovers. That was really a problem for us. Second half, only 4. Handled the press much more aggressively, looking to score, anytime someone presses, even that soccer, you got to burn them and make them come up, and that's what we did in the second half. It helped us a lot to be aggressive, and we got some wide open looks. You know, they changed their defenses. The 1-3-1 didn't really bother us. You know, they were almost all zone. When they went man, I thought we did a good job handling their man.
What did you think of the crowd and the atmosphere
that was
created?
Awesome. I mean, you know, nothing's more important to Mississippi State than beating Ole Miss. And I'm sure the same is true for Ole Miss. I mean, this is the heated rival. I mean, you know, since the day I got here, every person I met, there's one game that matters most, Coach. It's when you play against Ole Miss. And that's natural. I mean, I read today, and I was really impressed that this is the second oldest series in all of basketball, if I'm reading that correctly. Is that right?
Oldest in the SEC.
Yeah, but like in the country, it's way up there. I mean, it's incredible how long these two teams have been battling each other. I'm proud to be a Bulldog, and I'm proud that we came out on top in my first opportunity to play against our rival.
And obviously, the video you studied with them had included Moody. How different are they when he doesn't play?
Yeah, well, he's fantastic. I mean, Moody, in my opinion, is a pro. I told our team, we didn't know if he was going to play or not play. So we had to prepare for both ways, which was difficult. But Moody, it reminds me a lot. I was at UCLA for 10 years and coached against both Nate Robinson and Isaiah Thomas. And he is very similar to those guys. He's going to be an NBA player. I have no doubt in my mind. And the thing that makes him so special is what a great competitor he is. I mean, that guy is fantastic. So, yeah, you take your best player out of your lineup. It's a huge difference, no question.
With your team, you mentioned the failures to kind of close out games in the second half. How encouraging was it for you to see that 11-0 run when it was tied at 59?
Yeah, it was really encouraging. And Malik Newman was a big part of that 11-0 run. I mean, everybody contributed, but I mean, how many of those points were his during the 11-0 run? I know Chicken had a couple baskets, and you know, you got to remember now, Chicken is manning up for his team. he has a partially torn labrum in his right shoulder. And he is playing through pain every time he steps on the floor to a certain degree. And that really says a lot to me about how important it is for him to help his team have success here. And I'm really proud of him, because not everybody would do what he's doing. He is extremely tough. And I think playing man, again, I told you this last time we were in this room together after a game against Tennessee, that, a lot of this falls back. I mean, we're 1-5. If I had never gone to zone, we might be 3-3 right now, or 4-2. So again, I will not make that mistake again this year.
You mentioned Malik during that 11-0 run. Just how big was it to see him kind of step up in the clutch?
He was fantastic, and I think, you can see why, he's such a highly rated NBA prospect and such a special player.
You mentioned Malik's effort. What did you think about Quingero's effort today?
Yeah, Weatherspoon, is playing phenomenally. And we're getting used to it. It's like, it's first half in particular offensively, I think he had 14 points. I know he had a 3 there in the second half on a great pass from Malik. That was a big shot when we were like down 5 or down 3 in the first 5 minutes. But Q has been fantastic. The last 2 games, he's averaged 35 minutes a game. And, again, there you go. There's a coach, not figuring things out quite quick enough. Because, when I look back, he's supposed to be 35 minutes a game here for probably the last, 15 games. So, my fault again.
Adding on to Moody not being here, but Saiz and Nugi also being out for Ole Miss, how did that change the complexion of the game, those 3 being out?
3 starters. I mean, yeah, but, when these 2 teams hook up, my sense of it is, it doesn't matter who's playing. It's on. Right? It's going to be on. It doesn't matter who's playing. It's on. I mean, those guys, really good players. Saiz and Moody are the top 2 leading scorers for Ole Miss. We totally get that. Right? But you got to credit them. They played very hard and tough today, Ole Miss. I was really impressed with their team.
What was the team mindset going? What was your team's mindset going into this game, knowing you win this in conference play?
Get a win. Get it done. We've been it's not like we're 0-5 getting blown out by 35. We're right there. We had the lead in our last game at Florida, with the ball twice up 1. But, that's water on the bridge. All we can do is learn from it and get better. And it showed that today. Because we did not falter down the stretch. We hung tough, made our foul shots, made big plays the last 3 minutes of the game. They made a couple of tough shots. I mean, Gavin's one jump hook there was like in and out. I couldn't believe that didn't go in. And then we ended up getting a foul on Chicken underneath, which, I don't know. But I'm just glad we got this important win and got our first win in conference, and, excited about the opportunity to come back and play again here and get ready for South Carolina.
Were you looking to match up with a taller Ole Miss defense, or the press things about playing Fred a lot more and alternating him and IJ a lot?
Well, late in the game, IJ had foul issues. He didn't start the first half of 3, and they were going at him. Their point guard scored 2 or 3 times in a row, just lowering his shoulder and going into him because he had a size advantage, and IJ had 4 fouls. So we were definitely, because we wanted IJ in there to handle the ball against the press. And IJ made a couple big foul shots. I mean, what was it, 6-point game when he stepped up and made those 2 in a one-on-one situation? And those were big free throws. It's a 2-possession game, still plenty of time. Those were huge. Really proud of him.
Coach, it really seemed like with the freshmen, it seemed like they were loose and during the flow of the game, smiling all right, certain things on the court. Did you sense that pregame that they were just really ready to go?
I did not sense that. I mean, I thought they were ready to go, but I don't know about the smiling part. But we were here this morning preparing for everything we had to do. And they're, again, a team that takes a lot of preparation in a short amount of time because they have a 1-3-1 zone. They have a 2-3 zone. They do a 2-2-1 back, so that, they're constantly, trying to change defenses. And so you got a lot of stuff that you got to know. And, we've got to get better. I thought when we screened the zone, the 2-3 zone to start the second half, it really helped our attack. And again, Q is new to being in there, and we've at the high post, and so we've got to get better at that because we'll see some more zone.
Getting the win, is there kind of a sense of relief and exhale now that you got it and the team has it, you kind of build on it going forward?
Yeah, but to me, it's more than anything about beating Ole Miss. That to me is more, for a Mississippi State fan, coach, player, that's the most important game of the year. We all know it. And, we didn't want them to keep the streak alive. I read his notes. And I was glad because, the first thing he has in his notes is, if they lose today, we got to be a little more positive. You guys notice that? The very first thing in his notes is, if they lose today, he's going to equal Bob Boyd here. So I'll talk to Greg about that quietly.
Do you think like the 25 points from Malik against Ole Miss kind of, won him in the hearts of Mississippi State fans forever?
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, you got to remember now, Malik Newman could have gone to Kentucky, Kansas, anywhere in the country, and he chose to stay home and stay in-state and play in the state of Mississippi, at Mississippi State, where his father played. And I already think 4 straight state championships, that he's special in the heart of all Mississippians, and especially Mississippi State fans, forever already, before he ever got here. He could have gone anywhere he wanted, and you're seeing a lot of growth. I thought he was really good tonight, for the most part, defensively. And, that's a huge step for him, is to continue to grow there for the next level. But, he showed today, I remember, is he a pro? He's absolutely a pro. And that'll be up to him and his father at the end of this year, whether he comes out now or elects to come back. That's going to be totally up to them. But if there's any question about that, watch the game today.
One more question from the back. The 7 3-pointers were the second most in school history. The